Okay, I'm making fun of myself. Very funny short video. A moment. Look at me. I'm like a chicken half dead. I got to fucking go and roast the rest of my body, sit out in the sun for a while. It's not half as bad as rolling around on a miniature pink bike. It's not bad, but handlebars. What else? Making fun of myself. You think 4, I suppose. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try 8. It could almost be 10. Because yeah, if I need to get my other lenses in and zoom in, yeah. I guess it depends on the complexion. Did you get a good angle? I don't know, let me do a catwalk for you. Should I do it into the choreographic to the music? Poppy, your next light is. In fact, I'm afraid to actually view this whole poppy phenomenon occurring on YouTube. It already gave me nightmares. Just that I need a Satanist chick that's into fluffy wuffy. And she shaves her fluff. Sorry, puppy. Disclosure policy. I started this as I'm still making fun of myself, by the way. I just was associating this whole thing because, it's bad enough that my son's mother's nickname was Puppy. And to hear that out of context must fuck with some people's heads more than I ever could. On purpose. What are you trying to do? Yeah, speaking of which, I gotta get these Subway sandwich shit out of here. These 6 foot, these 7 foot, 6 foot inch motherfucking, no, they're 12-inch foot long motherfucking subs. I gotta destroy them. You see, they're just, I'm talking about the fly, maybe. Anyway, so yeah. No, I don't think that way. As many have found out the hard way. Anyway. They said I want to take into the psychology of that side of shit, and frankly, I can barely stomach the other half of it unless I'm like completely relaxed. Well, not relaxed. Trusting and relaxed, and it can't be chemical. There has to be actual history. You want to just entice and like an instantaneous trust. Oxycodone. The cattle chemical. What are you trying to do to get me? I'm wondering if people do not like the fact that I'm not a serotonin junkie. Reason I'm not really giving a fuck about this consignment of what happiness. Is a happiness came What produces these? I could tell you, but we'll probably have to wait for another 5. Well, actually, some already have it. Depends on what country you're looking into. Making fun of this whole thing. But I always start with myself. If you can't make fun of yourself, then how the hell can you have any consignment to making fun of anyone else? Or am you saying, I don't know, this is the thing I ask everyone. I don't realize if they realize I'm talking to them or not. Half the time. Just spitting out random wisdom out there in the beach. Look it up. Got info age. Like, it's to the point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck your phone. Go to a library. If they give you a library at your fingertips. Find the camera here. Yeah, that's the whole fucking everything at your finger fucking tips. And what do you do all day with these devices? Some of the really nice ones too. All the bells and whistles, temperature sensors, heart measurements. And what do you people do with your cell phones all day? I'm sure the answers will vary, but they'll be within a certain range of the of spectrum of subject matters, and it will reveal what people are thinking, and the context that they're thinking. Just with one question. As it just did. Anyway, so you know, like we had less technology to get to the moon. Like Alice, it's like to the moon, Alice. It's already there. I've done that with less, probably a few times. But it seems that everyone still wants to have a dick fighting competition with every other country these days. You know, there's one thing if it's, oh my god, it's bigger than yours, my dick is bigger than yours, these are even worse. And just like, alright. Is this why boys are drawing dicks on walls? Why don't they draw a fucking pussy? The fuck. This is a worldwide thing. I do not come to segregation. Okay, bitch. You know what, I bet if the boys are doing that and the girls will end up doing some response, elementary response. That's what fucking even adults are doing and not realizing it's all elementary fucking responses. Because they've been force-fed what to think about these things, when a new thing shows up, they're like, huh. And they got no other consignment of information but child state right the fuck there. How many people are really adults in the room becomes the real question. And how many people are just is too old for any of this? Anyway, so I keep skipping out on this comedy night thing, and I'm still directing people to their bar either way. Interesting. Well, no, I only skipped out on it twice now, because I already did the whole response in front or behind the fucking bar using the whole fucking street. I'm like, you know what? Fuck your fucking open mic. I've been sitting here for like 3 hours waiting for like, hey, alright, is this open yet? You told me you were gonna let me know what's going on. People are even asking, hey, do you have to buy a beer first before you can play, or what's going on? Does he have to be a cut? Do people need to be? So I just started doing this shit, the fucking open mic rehearsal. Tuesday nights at Stacy's New Longhorn, or it's a Longhorn. Exactly how many people are adult here? Probably no one. No one really ever grows up kids, folks. But that root nature really shows more than anything else. Which is the question I end up asking every day, speaking of which. The fuck is people fucking taking for the daily lives and consignment of what to do after hours? I know no one on YouTube on this side that you can, but you can add your comments to below. You do realize you're on YouTube. There is a comment button. I'm sure you're familiar with this. I just didn't want to spread the cliche. Like, I just be like, well, fuck it. I'll just do some crazy shit magic show, right? Try not to blow out the whole shit. Fucking have those things need to be fucking rechecked. In that kind of scenario, speaking of which, anyone else know where you are? Didn't think so. Welcome to the bar. Where did you go to law school? Around the globe. So anyone else got any other stupid questions out there? Making fun of myself again. And whoever happens to insult my intelligence in their own by asking that kind of question. I think I'm just out there ranting randomly, a little bit improv, but the general pretext is already there, and it always comes back around full circle. To some people, I would sound like I was repeating myself, and it doesn't actually make it well enough to like send it. This is the information back. Well, I don't want to sit here and it sound like a broken recorder, so let me throw in a few other things that are related. Circle logic is the return back to have a complete thought and return to the original premise, as opposed, well, Eastern Western thought jokes here, as opposed to walking out into nowhere. You're speaking out into nowhere. I don't know where you're going with this. When does this come back around to why you were talking to me in the first place? And why I'm listening to you? So yeah, there's a lot of, it was even at the BBC a few years ago, 2015, December-ish, about the Europeans having interesting time writing research papers for the American standard. Speaking of living standards, which ones are imposed on whom? I guess it's, what's school doing? Educating. Alright, does this make sense? So your education institutional centers. How's that working out for everybody here? Or out there in YouTube land? Because I'm almost like, this is how it should be, but I'm going to literally have to dig my way into the whole thing and be a cunt about it. So yeah, cheers to the Redeemer of the bar. Thank you for recognizing. And looks like the war is on. All I hear is this fucking Led Zeppelin shit going on in there, and I'm like, alright. So exactly what put me behind the electric guitar, well, there's a different experience altogether. It finds out why I'm known as Neatco very much and very well, as well as the among a few. In the Euro zone and abroad. Should I just say abroad? It's like, do I need to have a lawyer present as I'm doing jokes? Be like, yeah, I should do this live if I had cell phone service. Did you catch that? Anyone else got their, house but not the home? Talking about song references. I don't know if we're gonna do this, like, should I make fun of hippies? See, this is why I think lawyer, in my opinion. Do I need a lawyer? That's how it is with some of the questions people ask these days. International problem it is. The fact that people ask questions like this. There's actually some videos that suggest that this type of questioning is equivalent to well, some claim scam artist. But I ask, is you the police? Are you the protection? No, don't worry. If I joined the like running for president against Trump, it would be like Obama and Trump only against Trump. It would be called Trump. Nobody is running for president. And since I'm so speaking of names, this was the original consignment. I was just like, everything's fucked. I've already had the whole fucking sub life going on while US goes. Don't think nothing. Yes, maybe nothing. So we're like, yeah, America. Which hand? Whose hand? What do you mean? What hands? Anyway, so yeah, anyone out here into science? Do you know what I'm? Yeah, wait. Everyone goes, wait. I don't know what's going on here. I can see this going on. It's like, let's throw a few jokes out here, and they're like, let's bring up science randomly. The science of jokes. Catchphrase or cliche? There's a science to everything. there's a science to anything. Not so sure, but there might be science to other things. This is where Western thought sort of has a divide. The common ground begins to fall apart, and all you have is center. A matter of perspective. It's a maverick. Still nothing. I would prefer a fucking blonde or gladiolus. Fucking yeah. Or the fucking gosh, yeah. It's like me trying to jump into the science of re-immersing into the American culture or civilization, or is this just America? Is it a corporation or a country? Anyway, check please. And hey, as a good old friend used to say, the games begin, eh? It's Nitko, not fucking Nicole. Not Gideon upon your own shite.